Dr. Gustav Well. German Orientalist Dr. Gustav Well, in History of Islamic Peoples, stated, Muhammad was a shining example to his people. His character was pure and stainless. His house, his dress, his food, they were characterized by a rare simplicity. So unpretentious was he that he would receive from his companions no special mark of reverence, nor would he accept any service from his slave which he could do for himself. He was acceptable to all and at all times. He visited the sick and was full of sympathy for all. Unlimited was his benevolence and generosity, as also was his anxious care for the welfare of the community. Washington Irving, American short story writer, essayist, biographer, historian. Washington Irving, well known as the first American man of letters, wrote about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in Life of Muhammad. He was sober and abstemious in his diet, and a rigorous observer of fasts. He indulged in no magnificence of apparel, the ostentation of a petty mind. Neither was his simplicity in dress affected, but the result of a real disregard to distinction from so trivial a source. In his private dealings he was just. He treated friends and strangers, the rich and poor, the powerful and the weak, with equity, and was beloved by the common people for the affability with which he received them and listened to their complaints. His military triumphs awakened no pride nor vainglory, as they would have done had they been effected for selfish purposes. In the time of his greatest power, he maintained the same simplicity of manners and appearance as in the days of his adversity. So far from affecting regal state, he was displeased if, on entering a room, any unusual testimonial of respect were shown to him. M.K. Gandhi, India's towering leader Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, popularly known as Mahatma Gandhi, in his statement published in Young India, 1924, wrote, I wanted to know the best of the life of one who holds today an undisputed sway over the hearts of millions of mankind. I became more than ever convinced that it was not the sword that won a place for Islam in those days in the scheme of life. It was the rigid simplicity, the utter self-effacement of the Prophet, the scrupulous regard for pledges, his intense devotion to his friends and followers, his intrepidity, his fearlessness, his absolute trust in God and his mission. These and not the sword carried everything before them and surmounted every obstacle. When I closed the second volume of the Prophet's biography, I was sorry there was no more for me to read of that great life.